Indeed it is. Hello again, fans. Welcome to Primetime Wrestling. I'm Mark Mantell.
And I'm Donnie Colfax. We are here at the Domain for live in-your-face action, the Bloomington Knights.
Indeed, you can get your tickets for these live events on sale now at ptwrestling.com to join the family, join the crowd, join the buzz around town that is Primetime Wrestling. There you see one half of Body Beautiful Billy Blaze, who's set for competition here tonight.
Indeed, most of these people might be plebeians, but the fact of the matter is, these people are brothers and sisters. There's a brotherhood, a sisterhood when you become a fan of Primetime Wrestling. And doing it is one of the greatest decisions you can make. Unless, of course, you make the decision to become someone as great as Billy Blaze. Look at the man. Just look at him.
The physique on display and the dance moves or jiu-jitsu moves. You're the expert, Donnie.
It's judo.
Judo, thank you very much.
So, hey, you guys keep talking, I'm just gonna stand here and flex my abs. I can wait all night. I can wait all night. So you split up Body Beautiful tonight, but what happened? I don't see anybody eating tacos here. That's right, except for maybe me, well, probably not. So, I'm a little upset. My backup, Mitch Paradise, is not here. He's been banned from ringside. So you know what that means? I got my own back. I'm not going to play safe. There's not going to be a whole lot of wrestling, but there's going to be a whole lot of pain. So pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. You might learn something.
Inspirational. These people, they don't care. And that clown has been showing up and attacking Billy Blaze from behind, and still he has the confidence to show all these clowns in the crowd that this guy right here, Ricky Love, has no choice but to submit to the greatness of Billy Blaze.
Ricky Love is going to take the test. Of course, Billy Blaze considers himself one of the cornerstones of Primetime Wrestling. This could be one of fan favorites Ricky Love's biggest challenges to date, Donnie.
Could be. I'm gonna say it is. I'm not even going out on a limb and saying that. Billy Blaze is a ring veteran. He is one of the greats when it comes to not only ring presence, but understanding what to do and when to do it in that ring. Those judo skills he has trained for years and years in pay off big time in that ring. And Ricky's got a lot to come. I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
It should be an interesting contrast indeed. Ricky Love has the electricity and the camaraderie of the fans on his side. He is a fiery young individual, a high flyer, a very quick mover in the ring. He's agile.
Will you quit bloviating?
Ricky Love is the total package.
He's the tangerine dream, as everyone says, and he's dreaming because when I see Ricky Love, I don't see someone who's got the mindset to become a champion, someone who's got the mindset to be half as good as Billy Blaze, and that's gonna result in him not coming out victorious in this matchup.
Blaze having words with the official now. Of course, Jimmy the ref going to go through the pre-match necessities.
Match number one ball, 15-minute time limit. In this corner, weighing in at 218 pounds from Las Vegas, Nevada, he is Billy Blaze. His opponent, in the blue trunks, weighing in at 217 pounds, from Fort Madison, Iowa, he is the Tangerine Dream, Ricky Love!
Oh! Blaze blatantly attacking Ricky Love from behind, and now driving the shoulders into the midsection. A less than fair way to start off the competition.
Hey. By any means necessary, as I said before, and Billy Blaze said it himself, he's gonna get to the bottom of who this clown is, and maybe it's Ricky Love. Maybe that clown is Ricky Love, and now Billy Blaze.
Look at that, though. Stop you dead in your tracks there with the arm drag by Love.
It's only for a few moments. See, right there, right there.
Scissors counter by Billy Blaze. Indeed, he is that ring veteran, that ring general. if you will.
Even without Mitch Paradise. So I don't want to hear any more of this crutch talk, he being the weaker link of the two. So keep those comments, those opinions to yourself and out of this booth, Mark.
Love now into the headlock, and Blaze was not expecting that, but Blaze again with the head scissors, showing why he is the veteran that he is.
Oh, and
now, yes, attempting as he
little
does.
leverage for Blaze. Again, you see, those little things are what separate him and the rookie, Ricky Love, the dreamy one. This kid's dreaming if he thinks he's got any chance against that man, Billy Blaze.
Indeed, a good cross-section of the fans would agree that he is the dreamy one, Ricky Love. He does, as I mentioned, have that electricity and momentum from the crowd on his side at most times. These two men gonna start back again. Blaze, I think, just claimed that the hair was pulled.
You think that's one thing Ricky Love would not engage in, considering his choice in hairstyle? But no, you know what? I don't think it is beneath him. In fact, I bet you he did pull on the beautiful locks of Billy Blaze.
Blaze now set to lock up again.
Look at the eyes.
Speaking of locks.
The wily look in his eyes. He is a bit besmirched by this smile, the crass nature of Ricky Love. I don't think he's really taking Billy Blaze seriously.
Blaze now feigned the lockup, kicked him in the midsection, and is now applying the standing side headlock. And he's wrenching at the neck now of Love. Jimmy the Ref in position. Jimmy the Ref sporting a new haircut this evening, Donnie.
Indeed he is. Indeed he is. What an astute observation.
Thank you. That's why.
Why don't you make observation of what's going on in the ring between these competitors, as Billy Blaze is firmly in control, as he has been this entire matchup. But you'd rather look at the ref. You don't want to talk about the real going-ons in the ring. You want to chitter-chatter. You want to gossip.
I'll hand it to Blaze. For a moment there, he was back in control, and I was just about to sing his temporary praises.
But then the hip toss and arm drag changes it, right?
Just a momentary change. And the cat-like agility and quickness of Love is what changed it. Now, if you would pay attention, maybe you'd see the same thing. Ricky Love is displaying a tremendous amount of quickness and aggression.
In little spurts, but again, Mark, are you really gonna...
Kick to the midsection there by Blaze.
Are you going to try and tell me that this matchup hasn't been completely Blaze's this entire time? He has dominated the rookie, Ricky Love. Again, the veteran on top.
Speaking of Blazes, Love might be thinking, what in blazes do I have to do at this point to escape the clutches of Billy Blaze as he just wrenches down on the neck in a Hangman-like fashion there.
Rookie. It's these mistakes time in and time out that I see from Love that tell me he's not ready. He's not the one, Mark.
Love doing everything he can to make his way back to his feet, but Blaze will have none of it as he continues to wrench on that wrist. And nice display of technical wrestling maneuverability by Blaze.
I thought he had him for sure.
I did too.
The leg hooked and all. And then that shot to the breadbasket. Blaze is becoming incensed even more so.
And a textbook dropkick, quite honestly, there by Love. Turns the momentum. 1, 2.
Come on, Mark, open your eyes. His hands were on the rope. But again, you don't want to see that. Were you liking the new do of our referee? Again, you always look for the positive of Ricky Love or someone like him and try.
Hold on there, Bill. I think Blaze just poked Love in the eye. Now,
you're making things up again. He's got him in the corner.
That keen observation of mine allowed me to see that. I guess you must have missed that one, Donnie. Blaze back in control.
He's discussing the officiating tactics of our referee, something you should be talking about, not his
Perhaps they're discussing conditioner. We don't know.
Oh,
drop by Billy Blaze. And
what were you going to say? You wanted to say Ricky Love. You want it, don't you, Mark? Just admit it. That's what you want.
I was actually going to comment on the peak elevation there that Blaze got on that backdrop. I don't think I've ever... Oh, I know. I'm not sure if that was a low blow or to the breadbasket, one of the two.
Are you going to start making up stories? That was clearly in the breadbasket. You know it, I know it, I saw it, these fans saw it. And you know what? Most importantly, Jimmy the Ref, new haircut and all, saw it.
I'll give Blaze the benefit of the doubt there, as he, no matter what the means he attained it, he is now in control. And I gotta say, despite being the older of the two competitors, Blaze is actually moving a bit quicker in this match as of yet.
Those little spurts of fiery just Look, that spark you see, they're temporary. That fire is quickly dampened by Blaze. Despite his name, he is a wet blanket on the fiery one, Ricky Love.
Ricky Love doing everything he can to perhaps harness a bit of energy from the crowd. He does make his way back to his feet. Oh, but Blaze takes him right back down.
A succession of elbows aren't going to stop Blaze, and a leg drop to follow it up.
The weight of Blaze comes crashing down as is he going for a pin attempt? No, he's not. Blaze wants to display a bit of arrogance.
Confused as we are. What is going on with Blaze right now? I mean, he's climbing the rope?
He is climbing the rope indeed. He might attempt a moonsault here, or maybe...
I don't know if he should go high risk, high reward. That's something we don't see Blaze do too often.
Go to the top rope, although this is what's he gonna do now? Love still prone.
He looks a little bit bewildered. These fans will not let him collect himself.
Wait, he's going down he went down a rope. He didn't want to. Is he afraid of heights?
No. What do you know? He is simply trying to find the best angle. He was a master in geometry. He wants that perfect angle.
He's wasting time, and there, Love moved out of the way. And just as I said, Blaze wasted too much time. Perhaps his trepidation got the better of him there, as Blaze is now the one in a world of trouble, as Love is now harnessing that energy like lightning in a bottle, Donnie.
I don't know what to... No, you know what? I do know what to say. Maybe there was that momentary lapse for Billy Blaze. He might have thought about it for a second as he was calculating the angles of his attack. But right there, you saw it. That spark is still alive in Billy Blaze, and now a
tremendous strength on the scoop slam there by Blaze.
1, 2, and...
Well, I'm pretty sure the leg was across the throat of Love during that pin attempt. I'm not sure if Jimmy the ref saw that one.
I didn't see it, and I don't think Jimmy did either. I think you're just making things up again.
I call it as I see it. Irish whip now. Love against the ropes and a hard elbow right to the butt of the jaw. Takes down Love, and Blaze will not stop posing and acting arrogant long enough to keep Love down. And I think it might be to Blaze's own detriment in this matchup.
It was beautiful in that elbow, though. He also put the shoulder into the chin of Ricky Love, and still Ricky Love keeps getting up.
Incredible suplex by Blaze.
That's got to be it. 1, 2.
Did you see the fluidity and smoothness with which that suplex was delivered? I gotta give Blaze his due. That was a textbook suplex. But Love back to his feet now.
Like a zombie from the grave.
How is Love able to keep mustering up energy after being delivered these textbook beautiful maneuvers by Blaze?
Now he's delivering some of his own, but here's the thing. Each time he's done this, he hasn't been successful. He's come up short here in primetime wrestling. And when it comes to Billy Blaze, I think he's going to come up short as well.
Blaze is begging off now. Love.
Oh, he's got his leg.
Love went
he's
for the
going to
boot.
trip him. Go for the... He tripped him, it looks like.
He kicked him right in the...
He tripped him.
No, he...
1, 2. You heard it. 3 count. Billy Blaze, 1/2 of the self-embodiment of perfection.
Embodying every cheating way there.
Billy Blaze is your winner, Mark.
He kicked him. That was a blatant low blow.
It was a sweep. I told you he is a master of judo, and that is a...
Give me a break.
That is a basic maneuver,
Ricky
a leg
Love
sweep.
Would not be holding the area in such agony that he's holding if he didn't get
Perhaps
kicked.
he hurt his knee. Perhaps his quad muscle.
Knee. Come on.
It looks like
Blaze.
the ginger snap just got snapped by Billy Blaze. See you later, Ricky Love.
I guess do what you gotta do.
Put another mark in the loss column.
Blaze has sneaked away a victory, much to the chagrin of these fans.
That doesn't matter.
Still to come, the much anticipated matchup between Johnson and Davari and Cody Rice and the Stallion. Welcome back, fans, to the Bloomington Knights. There you see the master of the ginger snap, Darren Corbin, who's got some company.
Oh, come on, really? Really?
Well, hey, you can't have St. Patty's Day without a leprechaun. There he is, bad boy Brian the leprechaun.
Wow, he's really scraping the bottom of the well as Darren Corbin. It's St. Patty's Day. The folks here are enjoying the festivities in the holiday. And this ginger, the master of the ginger snap, Darren Corbin, has to come out here with the leprechaun? Come on.
Well, they're like peanut butter and jelly, if you ask me. I mean, you can't have an Irish redhead and a leprechaun in St. Patty's Day and say they don't go together.
It's ridiculous if you ask me, Mark. I mean, the only thing I can think of to even make any sense of this is that Darren Corbin, who's been climbing the ladder here in primetime wrestling and professional wrestling as a whole throughout the United States and the world, he's maybe hoping for some good luck from the leprechaun, maybe a pot of gold.
You know, I don't know if Darren Corbin needs good luck. Of course, he was listed in the PWI 500, Donnie. He is a man who is making his presence felt in the world of professional wrestling, and we are glad to call Primetime Wrestling his home. Darren Corbin, a youngster making a big impression.
He is making waves. The question is, why is he deciding to make them with the likes of Brian the Leprechaun?
Well, like you said, maybe Brian the Leprechaun will be Darren Corbin's pot of gold, or good luck, as it were, here tonight. Of course, Jimmy the ref assigned for this contest. There you see Laszlo at ringside. Don't forget, fans, to check out our Twitter for all the goings-on and happenings with Primetime Wrestling. That is at PTWMN.
It's a simple and easy to remember handle, folks. Stay connected and get all the information the moment it is available.
Whoa.
For you. Yeah, that's
like,
at PTWMN.
Looks like bad boy Brian the Leprechaun, already celebrating St. Patty's Day. Of course, for a leprechaun, isn't every day St. Patty's Day.
Right here, all the way from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, he is Darren Corbin. Joining him in the ring, all the way from the end of the rainbow, Brian O'Brien, the Leprechaun.
But here's the question, Mark. Who is their opponent? Our commissioner, no one would tell me.
No matter who
Who is it?
I'm sure Corbin will be ready for the challenge.
How can you...
I think I know who it is now.
You know exactly who it is and how. This is why he has to have the leprechaun. I mean, he has to go up against the bad boy from outer space, underwater. I don't even know from where. He's gonna make his way out here.
At least it sounds that way. The familiar music of Doug.
Gentlemen, you know the music. You know who he is. Please, welcome to the ring. Maybe we can get him out here by chanting his name. DJ, let's try that music one more time.
Don't anything but chanting the man's name. Everyone should be silent. Hopefully Doug won't decide to make his way down here. We don't need this. No. Nobody wants this, frankly. I know I don't.
I'm pretty sure if you took a poll, most of the people in attendance here would not mind seeing one of their favorites, Doug, have a match against...
Any guys in the back room there in the dressing room, if you see Doug, can you bring him out here, please? Oh,
you see that little kid on
There's a kid down there at ringside.
You know where Doug is.
Who's this kid?
He's saying he knows where Doug is, it sounds like.
What?
He's under the
How
ring.
would that youngster know where Doug
He's
is?
under the ring.
He says Doug's under the ring.
Referee, would you get him out of the ring, please? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get some chanting noise.
I don't even know.
Jimmy the ref assigned the task of checking underneath the ring.
Thank you for doing that. I didn't. Oh.
There's Doug. He's reading a book. How to Trap a Leprechaun, Donnie.
I am done with this. I can't even handle this anymore. The absurdity of it all. We have wrestlers appearing from under the ring, and I don't even know if they're wrestlers as much as they're possibly aliens. What is going on in primetime wrestling?
Donnie, you're the only one who's been championing this theory of Doug being an alien. He was obviously, if he's an alien, he's a smart one because he was doing his research on how to trap a leprechaun. There you see Doug is whoever he is, whatever he is. people.
So he can read English. He can read. That's one thing we know. What we don't know is where Doug comes from and what Doug is.
I'm pretty sure that Darren Corbin is wondering some of the same things. And let me ask you, as an analyst of professional wrestling, Donnie, how would one prepare for the style of a Doug?
A Doug is, are you saying Doug's a race? I'm a
talking
professional
purely
wrestling
style.
analyst,
And
a commentator, a lover of this sport since I was a little boy, and you're asking me to give analysis to Doug? It's impossible, Mark.
Well, Doug, in many ways, acts as a sponge. He soaks up wrestling holds as he sees them be performed to him and then adds them to his repertoire. He seems like a very keen individual.
That's like giving analysis to a tie-dye shirt. There's nothing to describe but just absurdity and just everything but nothing all at the same time, Mark. Doug is... Here's my question for you. How do you feel working under the commissionership of Lenny Lane, a man who would take John Johnson and pit him with Arya Daivari, put them in a tag team together? These two men want to kill each other,
well, I would
as
say,
do Cody Rice and the Black Stallion. He's going to team them up in this ring? You think that's safe? You think that's smart? Analyze that.
I think Lenny Lane, Commissioner Lane, will do what it takes for these fans of primetime wrestling to have the kind of entertainment that they deserve.
Bloodthirsty fans, say what they are.
Well, Doug, hold on. Despite our disagreements on some topics, we got to wonder what's going on here between Corbin and Doug.
You know what? I mean, I'm going to use deductive reasoning, Mark, and deduce that Doug wants the leprechaun for some reason. Maybe he wants the good luck. But Darren Corbin, as he said before, said this is his leprechaun. So this matchup might become, in many ways, a battle for a leprechaun.
And Doug,
I can't believe I just said that on a professional wrestling.
I heard it. Somebody hit the record button because you might not ever hear that one again.
I hope I don't. He was going for it. He was going for the leprechaun.
And Corbin, you might wonder, is Corbin having his attention diverted protecting the leprechaun? And what purpose, what exactly does Corbin have up his sleeve in the first place, having this leprechaun?
He just tickled him. Doug tickled Darren Corbin. This is the state of things here in primetime wrestling.
And Corbin displaying, Corbin.
Hey, the ring might be slippery. You don't know what's making up the DNA and
whatever it might be.
And now he's tickling him, Doug is.
Tickling the man. He was unable to perform the kip up 3 times in a row. And
have you ever even gotten a chance to touch Doug? Does he feel like a lizard or like a fish? Or what does Doug feel like? That's what I want to know.
I've only heard secondhand information, and none of that was very clear. Doug now trying to see. He's trying
monkey
to
see, monkey do. I guess Doug must be a chimpanzee. Is the leprechaun hopping like a bunny?
He's hopping like something.
And now, Mark, what is
a game of Frogger being played? It would seem, and Corbin now. It looks like Corbin's patience is being tested. Corbin displaying a bit of himself that we haven't seen as of yet. And now,
not the music we heard last time.
It is this
music even affected the Persian aristocrat.
This is the entrancing, almost jungle-like dance music that Doug has used to his advantage in the past.
I heard fans calling it the Dougie. The Dougie.
The Dougie almost has, it almost can perform a trance-like state on the competitors. I'll dare say,
Corbin trying to fight it off. Maybe the good luck of that leprechaun's going to prevent it from working on him.
I'll dare say that this technique is used against Doug's competitors in a matter of sorts. And Corbin's getting the rhythm.
No, come on, no.
Corbin starting to move with some smoothness and some rhythm. Corbin he's doing the worm. Eat your heart out, Scott Taylor.
Either Doug is the most stupid, ridiculous individual, or he is the greatest genius since Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking combined, and even me, a member of Mensa.
Brian the Leprechaun attacking Doug from behind.
I think this leprechaun doesn't want to go to outer space. I don't think leprechauns play too well in zero gravity.
I think this was Corbin's plan all along, perhaps to wait for the Dougie dance music, that entrancing music, to start playing, and then have his leprechaun do his bidding.
You know what? I'm gonna. Oh.
And he comes right down to the area you don't want to have hit. And that begs the question:
does even Doug have an area he doesn't want to have hit?
Does the anatomy of Doug?
Here's my question for you, though. Is this a change in Darren Corbin? I think we're seeing that streak.
I was wondering the same exact thing.
I think we might have a new Darren Corbin here in Primetime Wrestling. That leprechaun was brought here for a reason,
Donnie,
and that is to combat the forces of our commissioner trying to single out wrestlers for his personal vindictive reasons.
Donnie, you may have read my mind. I was thinking the same thing, and ever since the beginning of this matchup, I thought Darren Corbin had been displaying a bit of an attitude we had not seen. Doug went for the roll-up there. I guess this is now a handicap match.
What you saw was Darren Corbin saying, I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm not going to be a victim in primetime wrestling because of Lenny Lane and folks like that. No. He's going to do what he needs to.
Ladies and
to
gentlemen,
climb the
we'd
ladder.
like to remind you this is purely speculation on the part of Donnie Koufax. We know nothing about the situation at hand here. All we know is what we can see before our eyes. And Donnie, I don't know if you're exactly right.
I just want to let them know in the truck I can hear the same thing in my monitor, so I heard what you said to them. Thanks a lot, guys. Confidence builder for me. I'm glad to have your vote of confidence in this booth.
He may be small, but those
Ridiculous.
are powerful legs on the legs of the leprechaun Brian there. And he came crashing down on Doug with immense force. And Corbin setting him up.
Brian just lays into Doug and a headbutt.
He lays right into him, as you said, follows up with a headbutt, and Doug, maybe in the most precarious situation we've seen him in as of yet, all at the hands of Darren Corbin and this sinister...
It is a head scratcher for me as well, Leprechaun Brian. I am wondering it myself. What is going on in primetime wrestling, not only in this match, but our upcoming main event?
Well, what is going on in the head of Darren Corbin?
We do this together.
Darren Corbin directing action here, and he barely has broken a sweat. He is having Bad Boy Brian do all of the work here. Maybe now he'll get involved. What in the world has become of this situation? Doug is absolutely laid out. And Corbin now with an arrogant gesture goes for the cover. 1, 2. Doug able to kick out.
Somehow,
Should I body slam him? Not yet.
Brian the Leprechaun is gonna attempt, kicks him right in the posterior.
and now he's gonna body slam Doug. This is gonna be incredible.
There's no way that a man, my word, Brian the Leprechaun displaying magical strength.
That is why Darren Corbin brought the Leprechaun out here tonight. He knew it was gonna be a weapon in his arsenal.
Corbin setting him up now for a big elbow drop, but Doug able to maneuver out of the way.
What is the one?
Well, that is Doug counting a series of 3 counts. Jimmy the ref can't even get a word in edgewise.
None of us, this started out apparently from my vantage point as a one-on-one match, has turned into some sort of handicap, and now it's a triple threat.
Doug rolls him up. Doug pins Darren Corbin. Doug pins Darren Corbin. Doug still undefeated here in prime time wrestling. And how do you like that, Darren Corbin? Despite the underhanded tactics and the use of his personal elf or leprechaun or
some mythical creature of some sort, but you know what? That magic wasn't enough to take on the Bat Boy Doug.
The enigma that is Doug is now soaking up the love in the side of the ring. Here, Darren Corbin is beside himself.
He was saying it to Jimmy the ref. It was a fast count, 1, 2, 3. It was, I would agree with him. And he might have had his hands on the shorts, the trunks, and now the fans are doing the Dougie with them.
We're all doing the Dougie, Donnie.
I'm not doing it. I never will do it. I can't believe what's going on in primetime wrestling.
Do the Dougie.
Look at these impressionable youth. They're being destroyed by the likes of Doug. What is wrong with
these fans? Absolutely love Doug.
The humanity.
Darren Corbin's plans are thwarted, and I think the end result of this, Donnie, is that we know now a little bit more about the demeanor of the real Darren Corbin, the master of the ginger snap. He was unable to beat Doug on his own, or so he thought, and so he enlisted the services of the Leprechaun.
Ladies and gentlemen, Doug has just given me a manual. I go into the ring here. Doug has given me a manual, ladies and gentlemen, a manual on how to trap a leprechaun. Turn the music down, will you please? Doug has given me a manual, ladies and gentlemen, how to trap a leprechaun. Apparently, you can get this on Amazon. Now check that out. All right, let's hurry this. All right. In order to capture a leprechaun, the leprechaun must be lured into the ring of glitter. Doug has sprinkled glitter in a circle into the ring, he must attempt to drag the leprechaun into the circle. Once the leprechaun is in the circle, the leprechaun then becomes the rightful property of the person who sprinkled the circle glitter.
I can get out of it.
Cut the music, DJ. Cut the music.
I can get out of that circle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's happening right now? Doug has a magic circle of glitter capturing the leprechaun in the circle. According to the manual, the leprechaun now belongs to Doug, but there is one more thing that has to happen. Apparently, the individual who has created the circle of glitter must remove the leprechaun's hat. So apparently, Doug, you must enter the ring and somehow manage to remove the leprechaun's hat. Once you do, according to leprechaun law, the leprechaun is rightfully yours.
If Laszlo just said that if Doug gets the hat of that leprechaun, he has... Oh.
And now apparently, ladies and gentlemen, the hat has been removed from the leprechaun.
According to leprechaun lore, if you remove the hat, once the leprechaun is entrapped in the glitter circle, you become the owner, sole proprietor, governor.
Now, only now is the leprechaun free to leave the circle. It is now the rightful owner of the circle creator. So now, ladies and gentlemen, Doug, your winner by pinfall, and you owner of a leprechaun.
Doug helping him escape now, so it's clear that Doug is now the rightful owner of Brian the Leprechaun.
It's true, you just heard it. And Doug did it through the research he accrued from that book, How to Trap a Leprechaun.
We heard Laszlo reading the instructions that worked. I guess magic is real here in primetime wrestling. It is St. Patrick's Day. Now Brian's got the book. He should have had it beforehand. Maybe he wouldn't have been in this predicament.
Maybe not, but coming up, Donnie, we will have the main event, the tag team matchup between Aria Daivari and John Johnson versus the Black Stallion and Cody Rice.
Laszlo, you're late. We're never gonna make it to the show on time.
Don't worry about it. We got plenty of time.
Just got to get a quick oil change at Freeway Ford, and we'll be on our way to the matches.
We don't have that kind of time.
They can do it quick and easy. Phil, good to see you, man. Hey, we need an oil change. We need it right now. Can you help us out?
Don't worry, I'll get you right in.
Fantastic. Told you so.
Bring your car to the Freeway Ford Quick Lube. For only $29.95, we will perform a checkup that includes oil and filter change, tire check, brake check, and topping off your fluids. Mention the Primetime Wrestling Aria Davari special, and with your oil change, receive a free tire rotation.
See, I told you they were fast. 1, 2, 3.
You were right. Hey, now we got time for you to shave my back.
We sure do. We sure do.
Old Abbot Photography presents the shot of the night.
I see a man who can't come out tonight in wrestling gear and compete because you're not cleared to wrestle. I see a man whose career is over. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do that? There you go, man. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. You're nothing. You've never been nothing. And you'll never be nothing.
Cody Rice, I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. I'm not chasing you down, chump. You started a war that you could not finish. You didn't let me finish my announcement. My announcement was that I am 100%. I'm gonna set you up. I'm gonna take you down. Right in front of all these good people right here. I don't have to ask the fans if they want to see it. Because you know it. I know it. The cameraman knows it. Everyone knows that your day is coming. DJ Griff, you know what to do.
The shot of the night was brought to you by Old Abbot Photography. Trust the award-winning storytellers at Old Abbot. Visit oldabbot.com. Thanks for staying with us, fans. Of course, you're watching what is widely considered to be America's premier independent wrestling federation for fans. This is Primetime Wrestling, and there you see Cody Rice. Donnie, this is going to be an interesting matchup.
Interesting is the word not even close to apt to describing the intensity that we're about to witness. This is the most combustible matchup in the history of primetime wrestling. The roof of the Bloomington Knights might literally just lift off like a rocket into outer space when all four of these men meet in this incredible tag team bout.
Donnie, you said the right word for it, and that is combustible. I've talked recently about how tensions in primetime wrestling are at an all-time high and at a fever pitch and a boiling point. And so the combustibility element in this matchup is going to be nothing short of breathtaking. Of course, Lenny Lane set this one up. The fans are in for a real treat.
This one took my breath away, the incompetence of our commissioner to think that this matchup could even go down.
Incompetence? How about entertainment spirit and giving the fans what they want?
Hey, keep your mouth shut. Cody Rice has got the mic.
You want to come out here with your little signs, want to mock me? I'm looking fit. I'm looking trim tonight, people. I'm looking good. And no matter what any of you want to say, I know the truth. I woke up this morning, I got on my scale. 199, that ain't even right. I looked at my scale, I'm 198 today, baby.
Rice, again, claiming that he weighed in at a slimming 198. pounds, I guess that would be.
I wouldn't dispute that in the least, and in fact, I applaud and congratulate Cody Rice in his attempts to become more athletic, more lean, and then as a result, more competitive in that squared circle. Unlike someone like Black Stallion here, a real musclehead and a real politicker.
What do you mean? The Black Stallion, he's a man who seems to generate electricity wherever he walks. Once he enters these hallowed halls of the Bloomington Knights, these fans love the Black Stallion.
And that's all by his design.
There you go again with the politics, right?
Okay, let's compare the physiques of these two. They're not even comparable.
I agree with that.
When you look at Cody Rice, you see an athlete. You see a professional wrestler. When I see Black Stallion, I see musclehead. Why don't you get on the beach and start lifting weights in Venice?
I think maybe you have these two maybe reversed. I'm not sure that most people would agree. I think the Black Stallion's physique.
That's nothing new, Mark. Me and these troglodytes never agree, and I'm not only fine with that fact, I enjoy and relish in that.
The dynamics of this matchup are sure to be one for the ages. These two men, not the best of friends. There's no love lost, of course. The Black Stallion, we might remind you, was injured at the hands of Cody Rice, who delivered a severe beatdown and nearly crippled the man.
What are you talking about? You saw the shot of the night just moments ago. That deception by the Black Stallion as he walked out in crutches, only to reveal that it was all a ruse and to issue a challenge to Cody Rice. You're going to tell me he wasn't injured?
And Rice,
he's a con artist. He's a liar.
And Rice went for the bait. Who's the musclehead now?
Don't play these games with me, Mark. You just see it as you want to see it. The Black Stallion is a charlatan.
The ominous tones.
It's only ominous for people like you, Mark, because the greatness that Arya Davari is and presents is something that intimidates you. It intimidates a lot of these fans, a lot of these people.
Intimidating or not, Davari, a man who cannot be trusted, a man who's turned his back on his friend John Johnson, and now these two will be forced to team together against the two men set before them, Cody Rice and the Stallion. What are your predictions, Donnie? Aside of the arguments and the politics, what do you think is going to happen here in this main event?
You know what? I don't have a crystal ball, Mark. I can't see into the future. But the one thing I do feel like I'm going to see is a headline in the Bloomington Sun-Current stating that the Bloomington Knights is no more. It's gone to shambles, exploded, it is in rubble, because this matchup is going to be too much for this arena to contain, and the lives of these fans will be changed forever when all four men hit the ring and we begin this matchup, because Mark, you and I both know it as well as our commissioner, the man who's supposed to lead us, that this isn't going to end well.
Fans, Primetime Wrestling tonight is brought to you by Budweiser, who'd like to remind you, responsibility matters. Freeway Ford Bloomington, your way at Freeway. Visit freewayford.net. And Fat Lorenzo's, pizza, pasta, hoagies, Italian in a big way. Well, the roof is gonna blow off the building now.
I'm not guilty. I'm not wishing harm upon anyone, especially these combatants, unlike our commissioner, Lenny Lane. But right now, as John Johnson comes down that ramp and makes his way to the ring, the mood has definitely changed. I don't want to say it's somber, but you know something big's about to go down. Everyone in this arena knows it.
John Johnson, one of the most magnetic and popular individuals here throughout the years in primetime wrestling. He is known throughout the Midwest and throughout the country for that matter. And he's taking a breather now with the Popcorn Man, a longtime friend and sometimes foe. And
a pizza popcorn combo. That's just like this tag team matchup. It's completely upside down. It's absurd and it shouldn't happen. Just like that Doug match before. I am going to the commissioners meeting that's coming up with all of the council members.
That's assuming you can get invited.
I'm not going to say who was trying to get me disinvited on the air here, but we both know who it is. It's a backstabber, just like John Johnson's looking over his shoulder at Arya Davari. I got to do much the same in this booth. which is going to make for an interesting matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event. In this corner, weighing in at 198 pounds from Lake Tahoe, Nevada, he is Cody Wright. His partner, weighing in at 252 pounds from Dallas, Texas, he is the Black Stallion. Their opponents, weighing in at 205 from Tehran, Iran, he is and his partner, weighing in at 265 from Boston, Massachusetts, he is John.
Both of these men have firm support from the fans, as do the Black Stallion and Cody Rice. This is the most combustible, intriguing, and dangerous matchup in PTW history. I'm not even mentally prepared. I don't know if you are, Mark, but it's about to go down.
One thing I can be sure of is that Johnson and Daivari are not prepared to be able to trust each other here. Nor are Cody Rice and the Black Stallion.
And that was all part of the plan. Look, as Cody Rice is on the outside being checked by our ref. That's the kind of trust we have going between these teams that are supposed to work together and achieve a goal of victory. You tell me that's not insane. That's as insane as an invisible circle preventing a leprechaun from escaping thanks to an alien Batboy.
Well, all the glitter in the ring has been cleaned up since that occurrence, so I don't think anyone's going to get stuck in any magic circles in this matchup. But I do think that we are going to have a heck of a competition here once we can finally get things underway, although I think Cody Rice wants to...
It's going to be one for the ages, Mark, and you know what, fans? It's coming up.
What's shaking, Mr. Rice?
Big show, big appetite.
The regular pre-show for Lorenzo's meatball hoagie?
That's right. Have the cook throw an extra meatball on there for me. I have a big match tonight.
Hoagie for you, Mr. Blaze?
Does it look like this body eats hoagies?
Can I get your salad?
Biggest salad you got?
I'm Cody Rice, and you may know me as the Husky Heartthrob from Primetime Wrestling. Before every show, I have a little appetite, so I head to the Bloomington Fat Lorenzo's for a meatball hoagie.
Welcome back, fans, to Primetime Wrestling. This is our main event. We are waiting to get things underway, and Daivari admonishing Johnson.
These teams have been trying to decide who's going to kick off this matchup.
And this might be a harbinger of things to come. This might be a clash of attitudes and egos in this matchup.
It's all it's been, frankly.
Black Stallion starting things off with a couple of shoulder blocks, setting Daivari down. And what started as an attempted backdrop, I think Daivari tried to squirm his way out of and landed right on his chest. And a splash to Daivari.
Black Stallion capitalizes as he always does on a wounded opponent. Waiting for that moment of vulnerability and then striking. And still they cheer. They cheer.
Belly-to-belly suplex by the Black Stallion to the surprised Daivari. He found himself in that corner with nobody there, and
in the corner with Johnson, though, looks like they're gonna make it. There's the tag.
And now Daivari wants the services of Johnson, not a mere 20 seconds into the match, after getting pummeled, quite frankly, early on by the Black Stallion. Johnson is gonna carry his share of the weight now.
What incentive does Daivari have to make sure Johnson's okay? This match doesn't really matter in the scheme of things. This is just our commissioner trying to play head games with us, with the wrestlers in the ring, with the referee, with all these fans, and everyone doesn't seem to see it or want to admit it.
Cody Rice explaining something to the referee. He's not going to force us to watch this display again.
Again, you are going to be disrespectful.
Is it what you call the Turkish oil dance?
It's not a dance, it is a ritual, Mark, and he's only embracing his heritage, and when he feels he's prepared and the oil is warmed and heated enough, when he wants to do that and embrace it, you should encourage it and not say negative things about it. If you don't got nothing nice to say, Mark, then just don't say it at all.
Echoing words from my mother from years ago. Thank you very much, Donnie.
Your mother was a wise woman.
Johnson in the ring having a refreshment of some kind.
It looks like a beer to me.
And the beer right to the face of Arya Daivari. And I would not feel safe knowing that Daivari just got splashed with a cup of beer.
And our commissioner's sitting in the back. He's smiling right now. He's probably right under us for this booth, and he's laughing it up with all of them.
Daivari wants him in the worst way.
All of his yes men.
My goodness, these are indeed combustible elements here.
He expected unity, tag team unity, and we have John Johnson throwing beer in the Persian Sheik's face. That's a tag team. Well, they're supposed to win. They're supposed to work together, show cohesiveness.
Lenny Lane expected a deal of animosity, although I didn't know it'd be this early on. Johnson looks confident here, standing next to the Husky Heartthrob.
The baby!
And now the Turkish ritual, I believe, is going to begin, a tribute to his forefathers. The Turkish oil being spread across the ample, sizable chest and stomach of Cody Rice now. And I'd rather have a cup of beer thrown in my face.
I don't even think, what is that even supposed to mean? Again, you are taking someone's heritage and disgracing it. Mark, grow up. His Turkish heritage is very important to him, and the oil that he applies to his body is part of his in-match abilities, frankly. It's what he's trained with for years. It started with his grandfather, as he told me, and his father as well. Taught him the intricacies of Turkish oil wrestling. Respect that. And don't be a baby about things. You're such a child. Rice to the ropes. Oh,
fixed a jab right to the nose. Cody Rice by Johnson. And a rake to the back. That's going to take down the Husky Heartthrob. And perhaps some of the ring mat is going to soak up some of that baby oil. Sorry, the Turkish oil.
And hopefully some of that beer. This is a dangerous environment in more ways than one now, and it's only growing more and more dangerous as this matchup continues.
Johnson asking for the tag from Daivari. Daivari obliges. Rice trying to do what he can.
Daivari, the bigger man, able to at least work with the man who just threw a beer in his face. I'd like to see you do that with me. I would love to do that to you sometimes. In fact, almost every time we're together, I wish I could do that.
Daivari has Cody Rice reeling with, looked to be like 8 or 9 kicks right to the gut. Cody Rice, and he is winded there in the corner.
He might be seeing stars because of oxygen deprivation, just right into the chest, and now
reverse neck breaker by Daivari. Beautifully executed. Daivari's gonna go for the cover, lateral
Two!
press.
The way Daivari does that is it's so uniquely Daivari and so beautifully done, the way he arches his back for maximum impact on his opponent.
Johnson back into the ring following the tag. He's gonna take over on the hurt Cody Rice. A look of anguish on the face of Rice.
There's a reason that the eyes in New York, Nashville, Tokyo, and around the world are set on Arya Daivari.
And he snaps forward and back the neck of Cody Rice. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. 2 count only. And Johnson, that move in his repertoire is one of the most devastating moves that causes that whiplash-like effect.
A lot of people have told me that when you're done in a matchup with John Johnson, you feel like you've come out of a car wreck right there. And a lot of the times, if Johnson does it right, it feels like you've been one on the freeway. 2. Just
Cover
a 2
attempt
count.
again, just a 2 count only. Rice still a little gas left in the tank. Johnson sizing up his opponent, contemplating his next move now. Elbow to the back of the head. That's gonna disorient you.
One of the things that I admire most and love about John Johnson as a competitor is the fact that when he gets in that squared circle, he is pedal to the metal. He is balls to the walls, as they say. He is all in his matchup, and he gives it his all, no matter what.
My word, the power of John Johnson.
Oh
what? Johnson.
Sidewalk slam.
Hold on, Donnie. Johnson just moved Cody Rice out of the way on that sidewalk slam.
I'm pretty sure from my
Daivari
vantage
would
point.
avoid
Can we
it.
get it in the truck? I think personally, let's see it again right there. It looked like Arya made an assumption. Johnson was going for the slam.
I believe Johnson. It was originally set up to be a tag team maneuver, but Johnson.
Irregardless, Mark, it's that kind of dissension that's what Lenny Layden. I know you look at the smile on your face, that smirk, you son of a. That's what you guys wanted. That's why this match is going on, to see that dissension build.
Daivari, reversal by Rice, has him up, Samoan drop by Rice.
I can smell the beer up here, not only from all these fans, but from Arya Daivari being covered in our ring as well. It smells disgusting.
Powerful Samoan drop by Cody Rice has Arya Daivari's momentum stopped and squashed right in the middle of the matchup here. Cody Rice is gonna desperately attempt the tag to the Black Stallion. We've not seen the Black Stallion yet in this matchup.
Arya Daivari's got the foot though.
But Cody Rice shoves him out of the way, kicks him right out of the way. Tag the Stallion.
Are they gonna make it?
And he makes it. And the Stallion's in. Elbow takes down Daivari. And a clothesline. And a flying shoulder tackle now by the Black Stallion. Rice getting his wind back in the outside. Daivari's reeling. He has him up.
He's not gonna do it.
He's gonna do it.
And he just drops Daivari. No.
Why isn't Jimmy the ref counted?
Apparently during that, Cody Rice just tagged himself in.
Cody Rice, unbeknownst to the Stallion, tagged himself in.
I didn't catch that. I apologize, folks. No, I'm not doing my job there. My concern for Arya Daivari is growing in this dangerous matchup.
That would have been a 1-2-3.
2.
If that would have been pinned by the Black Stallion, that would have been a 1-2-3, but Cody Rice selfishly so tagged himself in. Against the ropes now is Daivari, and a hard clothesline takes down Daivari. Cody Rice in control. And he's had plenty of resting time. 1, 2, he pulls up. Arya Daivari, that is one of the most arrogant things I've ever seen.
That is a big mistake by the Husky Heartthrob to make, because one person you got to take out when you get the chance is Arya Daivari. Do not play games with a Persian Sheik. You will lose.
Hard shot now, and Daivari back down. Daivari, a shockwave goes through him.
Embracing his heritage is Cody Rice, more of that Turkish ritual dance. He is covered in that warm Turkish oil.
Rice imploring Daivari now to get up, and Cody Rice feels that he's got this one in the bag, it would seem. Rice against the ropes.
And a roaring elbow right between the eyes of the Husky Heartthrob sets him out.
The Husky Heartthrob doesn't know what hit him. I think his eyes are well crossed by now. And Daivari pulled that one from as deep as he could pull one. The roaring elbow.
Too bad that some of that Turkish oil isn't there for the Persian Sikh, so maybe he could slip into that corner and take in Johnson.
Go for the tag, Arya.
Arya says, well, basically, you know, he tells Johnson to stick it where the sun doesn't shine. It looks like Johnson's gonna have to be a witness to what Arya's gonna do on his own. He's gonna end this one. As he's done so many times. Super!
But Rice catches him. He's got him in a sleeper hold. Rice has got Daivari in a sleeper hold.
Amazingly, with just that meager 198-pound frame, though, Cody Rice was able to get Arya Daivari down quickly.
Rice has it cinched in. We're getting word. We'd like to apologize for the gesture made by Arya Daivari. Of course, that was an obscene gesture. We don't take that to represent anyone else here in Primetime Wrestling.
No, just, I guess, the relationship between what are supposed to be partners in a matchup set up by our commissioner. But yes, folks, we do apologize.
Johnson anxiously wants back in this matchup.
Not a 3 count. Arya is still alive. He's still got an opportunity to get in.
And now will he make the tag if he has a chance? Daivari back to his feet. But Rice still with the side headlock applied. Not
Into the
anymore.
corner, though. Rice connects a little bit on Stallion. Oh, that super kick. It connects completely. This is done. This is all she wrote. But this madness can cease. It can end.
But can Daivari make the pin attempt? He might be out of it himself. If he can move over just slightly, he could make the pin attempt. Rice was shoved into the Black Stallion. He's just now getting back up. Daivari hit Rice with the super kick.
We're on a 5 count. We got 5. Come on, these guys got to get back to their feet. Otherwise, this matchup's going to end in, well, if it ends that way, we know what our commissioner's going to do.
And Daivari makes the tag. Johnson is in. He ducks the clothesline. And he salt and peppers him with a series of lefts and rights. And a big clothesline. It doesn't move him, but it's got him staggering. And a second one.
This is the most impressive feat I have seen of the night. Somehow, the frame of Husky Heartthrob was able to.
John Johnson, display of power that we've never seen before as he hoisted up the massive frame of Cody Rice.
Will you shut up and talk about the impressive strength of Cody Rice to withstand those clotheslines that have taken down so many men? And that spear, though, that's going to take down any man, even Cody Rice, who withstood those clotheslines. That devastating spear by Johnson.
The spear
Turn
of
the inside out.
Johnson did its job, but Johnson also may have absorbed some of that, the brunt of that blow, as just as moments ago, both men are down again, and Jimmy the ref is counting to 10. What a tension-filled matchup this has been, ladies and gentlemen. This is Primetime Wrestling. Johnson hoists up Rice once more.
I think this might be it. Celtic Cutter connects on the Husky Heartthrob. You don't get up from that. 1, 2.
The Black Stallion breaks things up. I thought for sure.
You knew it. That was the only way that couldn't have ended right there, is by the interference of the Black Stallion.
Black Stallion set up now by Daivari. Daivari's gonna try something spectacular from the top rope. I just know it.
Cody Rice just showing a little bit of motion now. He was knocked out cold. This match was over with. That Celtic Cutter.
Daivari is setting up the Black Stallion for a superplex, but Black Stallion shoves him down. The Black Stallion's up high. He's gonna come with a flying shoulder tackle from the top rope. The Black Stallion just took out Daivari. Johnson back to his feet almost. The Black Stallion now.
He's calling for that stampede, and if he hits it.
No, that roaring elbow by Daivari absolutely stopped the Black Stallion dead in his tracks.
It did connect between the eyes. It hit him in the temple, so it wasn't a complete connect, but it was enough to stop the Stallion's pursuit of that stampede.
Oh, and Stallion.
The Stallion just stampeded Cody Rice, and John Johnson just clotheslined Arya Daivari.
Daivari reversed that Irish whip, and it sent him right, or sorry, Stallion reversed the Irish whip and sent Daivari right into Johnson. Stallion and Johnson now in the center of the ring. This is absolutely chaotic here at Bloomington Nights.
These two men have gone at each other before. We remember that incredible strap match that nearly tore down the roof. We might just see the roof completely collapse here now as we've got the combustible elements of Cody Rice, and
Daivari attacks Johnson from behind. Rice, forearm shots to the Stallion. This has erupted into an absolute melee. This is complete pandemonium. Jimmy the ref has no semblance of order anymore in this match. This has broken down into utter anarchy here.
It looks like he's starting to make the count. If these men got to get back in the ring, this matchup is completely falling apart.
I don't think these men care one iota about resuming this official matchup. I think they just want to get it there.
You hear the bell. This matchup is over with, and like I said, nothing was resolved. The animosities between all these men involved, they only grow.
This is a double disqualification count out.
A double count out there, you hear it from Laszlo. I am bewildered, and now we see PJ Thor making his way to ringside. We're gonna need more officiating here to break this up, to restore some kind of order. Johnson just shoved one of the referees, and that's a PTW official. That's gonna be heavy fines.
But these men don't care. They don't care at all. They're just letting it.
This is
their personal
over.
animosities and feelings are boiling over. This pot is spilled. Oh, look, now we're starting to get some security out here to try and separate these guys.
This is incredible. Daivari and Johnson going at it, and I am glad that we are poised up here in the Eagle's Nest, Donnie. I'm glad we're not down there.
Did you see Jimmy the ref trying to reason with Arya Daivari at this point? There's no reason in this matchup.
That's not going to work. The man's covered
He's still doing it, Jimmy.
The man's covered in beer and glitter. He wants nothing to... And they're going at it again. They're hammering away on each other. Ladies and gentlemen, this has erupted. We
have lost control. Our commissioner is not in control here. I want to see. We gotta go though.
The worst way. No, stay with it.
We gotta go. We gotta figure this out.